Hi, we are Not a Surf, and you're watching 101.9 KINK Radio at the Skype Live studio right now. Thanks, you guys.
That's Not a Surf right there. Woo! That was awesome. You nailed it.
Right on, right on.
We've been playing that on the radio, but I had that the single in my car, and first weekend I got it was just like repeat, 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 repeat. Thank you for making the music that you do.
Right on, right on.
So let's talk about why you hate Portland, and it's been 4 years since you've come here.
We went everywhere else in the country. No, we took kind of a break, kind of a little break. It's the first time, and I mean we've had breaks, but never like on purpose, and so took a little time off. And it had nothing to do with you guys. We love you guys.
Take it personally. Take it easy
us.
now.
I was looking at how long you've been a band. You're going on 24, almost 25 years as Not a Surf. I know, whoa. And 20 years since you released your debut album.
Yeah.
Do you ever talk and reminisce about the olden times amongst yourselves?
Yeah.
That one time in Louisville?
Yeah, you can't help it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time. Yeah, it's a litany of like you can't believe like when you start to add, I mean all the things we've forgotten that we did.
Yeah. I don't remember that at all, but you were there.
Because people come up every night like, oh, do you remember we met the thing in 18 years ago? And you're like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure that was great. I have no memory of that.
This friend of ours, a few years ago, maybe as long as 10 years ago, for my birthday, had a scroll of paper, and he said, "Hold this end." And I did, and he walked away and unrolled it, and it was a list of every show we'd ever played up until that point. He walked back much further than I expected. It was like 6 feet. It was something like 600 shows or something crazy, and I wish I had it now. I can't find that scroll to jog my memory because you forget a lot of stuff.
I'll jog your memory. I brought my poster from the Fillmore circa 2003, I think.
Right on.
Yeah, man.
Break that out. There was a process you did on this record. I don't know if you've done it before, but you had some help with the writing with Dan Wilson, who's helped out a lot of different artists. The Dixie Chicks, no, not Dixie. Was it
he
Dixie
did
Chicks,
that.
right?
Yep.
He's done a lot of
Yep.
And tell us about. Is that something that you've? I don't know that you've done this before.
No, never had. And in fact, it wasn't. We didn't set out to write Not a Surf song, so it really had nothing to do with our album. It just so happened that late in the process, when we were kind of having a fresh look at a record that was kind of done, those songs were lying around, and I thought, why not put them in? But the way it happened is that we have a friend in common who'd been talking about putting us together for a long time just to see what would happen. And I spent 4 days with him, and it was just a wonderful, amazing process.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So you're an international band, kind of, sort of now. Yes, true. You all live in far off different places.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, Florida.
Yeah, definitely. I live in England.
It's crazy.
And Daniel Brummel, who's helping us out on bass, and not Daniel Lorca, who lives in Spain. Daniel Brummel is in Pasadena.
Yeah, I'm from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So,
How's that process though? When you're like, all right, let's get the band back together. Let's all meet at my place.
yeah,
Not that simple though, is
Yeah, well,
it? Or is it?
it is. It is that simple. It's not that cheap.
yeah.
As like, come on over. There's unfortunately an airplane involved. But yeah, so it's just a question of timing and to make a record. I really miss having a practice space. We all used to live in Brooklyn together, and that was great. But since you only live once, you might as well have a few lives, and this is another life. It's another way of doing it, and we sort of wait till we have enough songs that we've written apart to warrant pushing the button on all those plane tickets and get together and work it out. But it's a different process, but it's fun too. It's a little more intense. It's a little more deadline, which is invigorating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, congrats on the new work. You Know Who You Are. It's your eighth studio album.
That's right. If you count a record of covers called If I Had a Hi-Fi, so it's the 7th original studio record, but 8th. Yep.
You recently were asked to rank your records. That's kind of like saying, that's my favorite son. That's my second favorite son. This guy in here I don't really care about, but he's part of the family.
Yeah,
ranking all your
I tried not to be
ex-wives.
precious about it. I mean, in fact, what I did is I posted on Facebook, and I was like, "Hey, I got to do this thing, and I don't really know how. Anybody want to vote?" And that was great. That was really fun. And then a guy who's like a statistics expert like compiled it all and gave me the breakdowns. And then as I was actually doing this interview, the interviewer totally influenced me. He's like, "Are you sure that's number 3? Don't you want to move that up a little bit?" I was like, "Yeah, go on." So I didn't feel precious about it, but
Was it a unanimous that let go would be number 1?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's understood.
That is it's if you haven't ever sought out that record, go do whatever you can after the show to seek it out. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. I mean, there are certain records in life that are your comfort music, and that one for me is definitely right up there, top 5. So
Macaroni and cheese of
yes.
like
I'm
the
gonna
tater
shut up.
tots of records.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Songcraft with a K.
Not a surf, everybody. Thank you so much, gentlemen.